Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Welcome to my iPhone 12 and 12 Pro launch week accessory reviews. Today I'm here with the Wake case from LifeProof, a remarkably thin and lightweight case that offers 2 meters of drop protection and is made of 85% ocean-based recycled plastics, mainly old fishing nets from what I understand. This case is LifeProof's poster child for environmental sustainability. Not only is Wake helping clean up our oceans by being made of ocean-based recycled plastics, it's designed to be easily recyclable itself. At the end of its life cycle, when you buy a new phone or switch to a new case, you can send the Wake back into LifeProof and they will recycle it for you. It looks like you have to pay the postage, but that's going to be pretty minimal for such a lightweight case. Let's take a closer look at this eco-conscious case on my iPhone 12 Pro in Pacific Blue. Looking at the construction of this case, this is very thin and lightweight, as you can see. It has a pretty rigid construction. This is not one of those soft and squishy cases. The back is hard and the sides are also hard. Interestingly, they feel like they are made of the same kind of plastic. Very different than the typical kind of one-piece case that you have where you have a hard back and softer sides. In this case, you've got a hard back and hard sides. My guess is that it's designed this way so that it's more easily recyclable. Rather than having to take apart different types of materials and recycling it, they can just recycle out of one type of material, but I may be wrong on that. That's just my guess. So size-wise, this is much smaller than the LifeProof Next that I recently reviewed. If you look here, you can see it's much shorter. It's also considerably less wide. It offers the same amount of drop protection as the Next does, but of course it doesn't provide the kind of port protection you're going to get with the Next. And that brings me to the other thing which I found really surprising about the Wake when I first reviewed it, and that is that you have an open bottom on this case. Really surprising. So absolutely zero port protection because all of your ports are completely exposed. But you do have that 2 meters of drop protection. And of course this case is made of 85% recycled ocean-based plastics. So that is really cool right there. Overall, just a really interesting case here from LifeProof. This is a relatively easy case to get on your phone. It's a one-piece case. I do think that it's a little bit harder to get off your phone, at least at first. It just has a different feel to it. Once on, you can see we have a nice tight fit on here, very secure. This is because you have those rigid sides. The sides are not going to give anywhere. In fact, it would be impossible to get this case on if you didn't have that open bottom. That's where the give in this case comes from. If the bottom were closed, you'd never be able to get the case on and off. So this is actually an integral part of the case design. So looking at the amount of lip we have on here, we've got sufficient lip to protect your screen. No issues there. I do have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This is the TechMat One Touch Screen Protector. Fits really well with this case. Of course, if I didn't have it on here, I would have a bit more visible lip. Looking down here at the bottom of the phone, you have a completely open bottom of the phone. No issues in getting to your port openings, obviously, but do notice that we have plenty of protection actually for the bottom. You do have these corners that are protecting here, and then you also have this little ridge down here as well. So in the event of a fall, theoretically, this area should be well protected. Again, you do have 2 meters of drop protection in this case. Going up the sides, you have a little bit of grip on here. These sides are slightly textured, and the type of plastic, although it's hard and smooth, is not particularly slippery. Overall, I find that this case feels sufficiently secure in my hands. Going up here to our buttons, these are an absolute delight, extremely clicky, very responsive, absolutely no issues, and I love the contrasting color. And there is no issue in getting to the mute switch. Looking at our view from the top, really nice fit here, again with our screen protector from TechMat. I think things look really good here. And then going over here to our side button, again, fun color on here, very responsive. And then we have some LifeProof branding here as well. Looking at the back of the case, I'm loving the way the purple sea urchin color looks with my Pacific Blue iPhone 12 Pro. Really nice look there. Got some LifeProof branding down here at the bottom. Your eyes are going to be drawn to this wave pattern on the back, and your fingers will as well. Nice to touch, attractive look. This is going to be pretty fingerprint and scratch resistant as well. Looks like it should wear well over time. We have sufficient protection here for your protruding camera, but just barely. Not tons of lip around the camera, but enough for lay on the table design. And overall, just a really nice looking and feeling case in the hand. You do have compatibility with Qi wireless charging, not surprisingly, but this also will work with MagSafe charging to an extent. It's not an official MagSafe case, but you have a pretty good connection here with the magnet, I think because the case is so thin. Removing this case from your phone is pretty straightforward. A little more difficult than putting it on, but if you start from the bottom and take off your bottom corners, then you can pull the phone the rest of the way out. It's a little bit on the tight side. There you go. Looking at the Wake in black on my 12 Pro, again, same great fit on the phone, very nice and secure. Sufficient lip around the screen. Same open bottom. And going around to the sides here, really nice feel underneath the fingertips, sufficiently grippy. Buttons are, again, outstanding. No issues with our mute switch access. Nice view from the top here. For some reason they decided to go with black buttons in the black case rather than having contrasting color buttons with this one. I guess they figured that people who get a black case are more serious. And then looking here at the back, I think the black case looks fantastic with Pacific Blue as well. I think maybe everything looks great with Pacific Blue. I'm really loving the Pacific Blue 12 Pro. So overall, I've got to say this is a really pleasing case to use. The wave pattern on the back gives it a very pleasant feel. It has enough grip to be secure in your hand, but it's still going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, and its 2 meters of drop protection should be sufficient to protect your phone from most daily perils. Plus, its 85% of ocean-based plastic content and recyclable nature provide a welcome focus on sustainability. Lots to love here from LifeProof. Again, we've been looking at the Wake by LifeProof for iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. This case has an MSRP of $39.99 and comes in the black with black buttons and purple with light green buttons, which is called Sea Urchin, that were featured in this review, as well as a color called Neptune, which is blue-green with green buttons, and a color called Down Under, which is green with orange buttons. Many thanks to the kind folks at LifeProof for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them, and please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming case and accessory reviews. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and this is the Wake by LifeProof. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.